All credit for this video goes to Alston, link to his channel will be down below. The official soundtrack of Doom Eternal is a perfect case study as to why we cannot enjoy things anymore in this modern age. If you are wondering why we haven't seen the official release of the Doom Eternal soundtrack on Spotify or Apple Music, iTunes, well, I'm 99.9% sure that it is because of the suits, the law, the legality between the soundtrack, between Bethesda, ZeniMax, id Software, blah 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 blah. The papers, man. Higher ups at ZeniMax Media, or should I say Microsoft. Now, ever since I did my interview with the big boy Hugo, a lot of you have been asking me to do an interview / collaboration with Mick Gordon. The reason why I haven't done it is because I am a little bit ashamed or afraid to pitch him a message on Instagram, Twitter, email or whatever. So let's do this. If this video reaches 10,000 likes, I'm gonna send him a message. So leave a like right now, smash the like button. But before we get into it, gamer subs, I absolutely recommend this crap right here. I recommend Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000 by the Russian Badger. It is delicious. Use code MIDNIGHT for 10% off your order or click the link down below in the pinned comment. GG is hosting a holiday special. That means free stuff if you buy stuff, so buy stuff and get free goodies. Also, if you buy this using my code, we are going to get our own flavor, Spartan Piss, so just do it. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the chimichangas, the main problem right now with the Doom Eternal soundtrack. Someone is going through YouTube claiming and issuing copyright strikes to the channels that have uploaded the game rips of the Doom Eternal soundtrack, or basically the full OST. And for the guy / company behind all of this, you have a very small PP y al chile chingas a tu madre pinche idiota pendejo absorbe flemas idiota cara de caca excremento absorbe caca con sangre todo. I hope you accidentally delete System 32. For example, 2 weeks ago Angel for Ava had to delete his most popular video thanks to a copyright claim made by Game Audio Australia. Because of it, some people thought that this was Mick Gordon himself issuing the copyright claim or strike. But that is simply not the case, my bro. What the hell am I doing? Mick has been open about Doom fans uploading his work into YouTube, both with Doom 2016, Killer Instinct, Wolfenstein and Doom Eternal. Also in the Bethesda Terms of Service, it is listed how the soundtrack of Doom can be used as background music for YouTube videos, or the soundtrack itself being the YouTube video, so long as the channel with the video follows the copyright laws and guidelines of YouTube. The thing here, however, is that those guidelines are complete and utter hell. They are bullcrap. Al chile apestan. What am I doing with my hair? Because of that, Angel for Ava had to delete his video to avoid a non-stopping barrage of copyright strikes and channel termination. This system is completely broken, and this is why. Game Audio Australia doesn't have the rights of the soundtrack of Doom, so legally he shouldn't been able to copyright strike a channel to death. Angel for Ava doesn't monetize his music video, so there's really no room for a case of a copyright strike. But because Angel cannot prove that he owns a soundtrack of Doom, he ends up in the palm of the guy who issued the strike. He ends up on a limbo, basically. And the fate of his channel and his work is on the hands of this puñetas, un imbécil. So please, my friends, go subscribe to Angel, link to his channel will be down below. Another case where this happened was with Alex A channel that got nuked with copyright strikes by uploading a 1-to-1 copy of the official soundtrack of Doom Eternal to YouTube. Now, did he deserve a channel termination? Well, 99.9% no, and 0.01% yes. As long as you upload the soundtrack with something transformative like an animation on the background, gameplay, a mix of the songs, a remix of the soundtrack with another video game soundtrack, then you should be completely fine. Because Alex A uploaded a 1-to-1 copy of the official soundtrack of Doom Eternal, YouTube's broken automated copyright system destroyed his channel basically. Alexei now has a new channel called Anacron. I will leave a link to his channel down below, so please go subscribe to him. The funny or sad thing here is how bizarre all of this is. If Bethesda and Mick Gordon, both the creator of the soundtrack and the company that holds the rights to the OST, have literally zero problems with the soundtrack being on YouTube, no matter if it is transformative work or not, then why in the bloody hell is YouTube still nuking and terminating channels that are reposting the soundtrack with no ill intent? It would be one thing if those channels were monetizing those soundtrack videos, something that it is outright impossible to bypass thanks to YouTube's processing feature when you upload. If you try to monetize something that you do not hold the rights for, YouTube will just issue a copyright claim and call it a day. If you do not monetize those soundtrack videos, the last thing you would expect in this world is a copyright strike. YouTube swinging down the banhammer towards you, basically. In hindsight, it is truly bizarre. Like Guacamole Gamer for 9000, use code midnight. If you wonder why a lot of people, myself included, take this situation very seriously, well, you just gotta look back at April of 2020, when it was promised that the soundtrack of Doom Eternal was ready to release on streaming apps like Spotify, which I use, and Apple Music, which I do not use because it sucks. If you think about it, the only way to listen to the official OST of Doom Eternal, which absolutely bangs, is via YouTube. Or if you bought the collector's edition of Doom Eternal, which I do not have. Doom Eternal is a very, very special case. Its soundtrack holds a tremendous amount of value. Truth be told, this scrap is absolutely iconic. It slaps so hard that I even listen to it with headphones on, and the only music I listen to with headphones on is the music that I truly like. Linkin Park, System of a Down, all of the Halo soundtrack, Doom soundtrack, anime music, video game soundtracks, blah 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 blah. Let me put it into perspective. The soundtrack is not on Spotify nor Apple Music. You cannot buy the soundtrack like you did with Doom 2016 Vanilla Edition on the Bethesda store, and YouTube is facilitating the termination of channels that have uploaded the soundtrack to YouTube with absolutely no ill intent. They are just uploading the soundtrack because they like it and they want other people to listen to the soundtrack as well. The reason why I take this so seriously is because the soundtrack of Doom makes 50% of the whole experience. To some people, even more. Now, it's not like all the videos that contain the soundtrack are all gone. You can still go on YouTube and find plenty of videos that contain the soundtrack, but somewhere down the line they will be gone. And here is where I ask the golden question. What is happening with the Doom Eternal soundtrack, bros? What has been happening behind the closed doors? That it has taken its software, Bethesda, ZeniMax, Microsoft 2 years, almost 2 years to release the official soundtrack to Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, whatever. What in the living hell is happening with the soundtrack? I know that I speak for a lot of people when I say that we are not demanding for the soundtrack to be released right now. No, we are not demanding for a solution or an answer. We just want to know what happened. What is happening behind closed doors? What legal terms have been written on paper that you cannot release the soundtrack? I know that for some video games where the soundtrack is not a big part of the game, that is not a big issue. I understand that. But imagine if this happened in a game like Halo, Dark Souls, God of War, Gears of War, games where the soundtrack absolutely bangs. If that were to happen with those games, I know something similar to this video would happen. But anyways, my friends, thank you for watching this video.